p.m. or around 9 p.m.?
A.M. The early hours.
Oh, sorry,
of
yes,
the
I beg you. So
morning.
it was 2.
And
It
I
wasn't
think
9 p.m.
Yeah, it happened very long time ago, but my reference to 2 a.m. is because when I arrived at the house, at the time it was just after 3. So I just estimated that it could have been because I did not stay long, not more than 20 minutes at the house, and I proceeded home, which is from Vosloorus to where I was staying next to Alberton. It would have taken me 40 to 45 minutes drive.
So the forensic team, had they collected and finalized collecting all what they needed to at the scene when you arrived?
No, they were still
weren't.
busy.
They were still busy at
Yes.
about 2 a.m. when you arrived.
Yes.
Did you find a bullet in the door?
No.
You didn't, so you weren't involved in that. The reason I'm asking that, when you got there, was the crime scene still secure when you arrived at 2 a.m.?
It was still on. The crime scene was
crime scene
still on.
was
It
still
was still
secure.
cordoned off. Yes.
So if there were 2 witnesses, well, at least one, who was just an ordinary citizen who knew the family, and they arrived there and no police stopped them. They walked through the door, through the kitchen, turned left and went into the bedroom. No one asked them any questions and the scene was not secure. What would you say to that?
After the cordoning off of the scene, no one can cross the line.
But
so I
what
don't
if
believe.
there was, and what if it was I was one of that, or I was one of those 2 people who got access? Nobody.
Before the cordoning off of the scene.
Yeah.
It's before the cordoning off of the scene.
The police, there were a lot of police there. And I hate to bring myself and make this matter about me, but this issue of the crime scene being contaminated is very serious. And I went there along with a friend, but that person will have to come forward. And we probably got there at about 11 o'clock, about 11 p.m. After we've been told. Nobody asked us who we were. We literally walked in. We walked through the kitchen. That place was there was not a trace of blood. Nobody stopped us. And we went to go and sit in the room with the baby and the kids. That's what happened.
I was not there.
I'm not saying you weren't, but I'm saying when you got there, the scene was secure.
Yes.
And nobody was allowed in and out. And I'm saying that I'm one of 2 people that I know for sure that went there. So that scene was contaminated. So you satisfied, as you were head of detectives, you were the acting national provincial commissioner at that time. And you said you were satisfied that forensic had done a proper investigation.
With what was presented, I said, when I arrived, I was briefed what was presented. And if I was aware that you were on the scene, I could have requested a statement. If you have.
I didn't know that there was the issue around the scene. So when I arrived there, I would have thought that's why I asked where the forensic had completed. And I would have been shocked if they would have completed it in such a short period of time, given that the place was very clean. There was not even a trace of blood that we saw visibly. So I would have thought that if that was the case, they would have to do some other forensic cleanup to see where the blood was removed or whatever. But I don't have experience in that, but I'm just imagining from what I've watched on crime scenes or crime TV, rather that's what would happen. I'm not saying that is what would happen.
I wonder what you have said to the team to allow you in.
That's my point.
No,
I just walked in.
correct.
I'm not lying.
It's not correct, but because you are mentioning it, I think from time to time, with the challenges, we take the gaps, we go back and we teach our teams, because education happens from time to time. And it was a mistake if you were allowed to be on the crime scene when the scene was cordoned off. Actually, if you were not related, if you did not say you were related to the family, what was coming next was the arrest for contamination of the scene. That is what was supposed to happen.
But I didn't force myself on there. I didn't know.
Honorable
But
Sons.
that's fine. If you'll have to arrest me, I will expect. Okay. But Chair, I'm begging you, but this is in relation to something that's very important.
Honorable Sons.
Yeah, but it's a question of clarity, please. It's just about, please, I'm begging you, Chair. It's a question of clarity. on the testimony that Lieutenant General gave on whether she sent an email to the Gauteng